Okay, now we're good to go. Start the recording. Guys, welcome one more time to the post-game interview with KuroKy. We just watched Team Zero versus Navi. Navi took the game in a pretty convincing fashion, and well, we all have a few. I have a few questions to ask, so I hope that KuroKy will now answer the phone, as I call him. As I said earlier, he did an AMA on Reddit today. Check out the subreddit Dota 2, and there you can ask your questions to him as well. Post them right now. Post them in the chat as well, so that I will be able to ask him those questions in case you're interested. And here we go. Shazam. Hello.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Doing good. It was we have a bunch of viewers here that are listening in on our call. Thanks again for doing this interview.
Okay. Go.
Yeah, dude, it looked from the get-go on the draft, it looked like you were kind of banking a little bit on the fact that you will have a relatively stable laning phase in regards to that PA pick, for example. But it just kind of didn't seem to go your guys' way. It's all started out in my mind kind of with that, with the fact that Alex and Black weren't able to get that kill on Brood, and kind of things went downhill as soon as the laning phase ended. Can you give us your perspective on what happened in the game and talk us through it kind of chronologically?
Well, basically, I shouldn't have given them Brood. Brood won them the whole game, since you can't keep Brood down with Resta plus X. I knew it. I banned Windrunner in the second ban phase because I was too confident in Bounty Hunter countering Brood, which was stupid because Navi just excelled on the laning phase. So basically it was Brood getting first blood. From that point the game got really hard and the game just went downhill. If they wouldn't have had Brood, the game would have been much more balanced throughout the whole game, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Light of Heaven on Brood, it's every time it's just a really tough hero to keep down. Granted, though, Alex and Black almost got a kill on her. I don't know if you caught that. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was actually really close. It was like Brood was one hit away from death, and
yeah.
I think that first blood, like if we would have gotten first blood, the game would have been 20 minutes longer at least.
Yeah, and I also told the viewers that you were doing an AMA earlier on again, and I must say, man, I have the impression that kind of we have KuroKy back because you were kind of between active and inactive for a long time, and we all kind of can think why that was, because you are a living Dota legend. But now it kind of seems that with Team Zero you have really committed to a team and to a cause, and you guys have been very successful, and Navi was the first team that kind of beat you. How was it after all this time with your first all-German lineup to play against your good old friend Puppy and his #1 Europe team?
Well, we were excited to play them. It was fun, it was short, and it was stupid because it's best of one. I would have liked to just play more games against them on a serious basis. So I fucked up with as I said, with the draft. I shouldn't have given them Brood. That limited our game too much. So I'm kinda really mad at myself, but shit happens.
Yeah, I guess. Let me just quickly go through here. If you have a few more minutes, you probably want to go smoke a cigarette or something, but...
No, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually we have one guy, Dado Gamma. He said, ask him about the Brute Mother, why he let it through. So, dude, I didn't even realize that the Brute was the most important thing about that draft. I was figuring kind of, Sven, Black Hole, and Magnus. That's a scary thing to go up against. Brood was the last pick for Navi. Was it predictable from your point of view that they were going to go for the Brood?
Yes, I was just cocky, thinking that Bounty Hunter itself will be enough to shut down Brood, because I thought, like, I knew they will get Brood since I banned Windrunner, and I just thought Bounty hit 6, he'll just shut down Brood. But before Bounty hit 6, Brood already dominated the lane, got first blood, even the tower, I think, before he hit 6. That was the biggest problem, and I think just before I wanted to come bottom and gank him with Coddle, he already got the first blood, and then he hit level 7 or level 9 really quickly. It was too much.
Yeah, I mean, for the viewers too, that don't really know a whole lot about you. You and Puppy and you know, all these kind of Hall of Famer Dota players. You guys are really big strategists, and you dissect every single part of the game. And I must say the draft was already kind of really interesting to watch, even for an amateur like myself. But I had the impression kind of during the game that you know, Navi have been playing together for a really long time, and it seems so routine, like, you know, how they play. It's like a big clockwork on the minimap, and you're calling the shots for your team, but you haven't been playing together for such a long time. And how big of a factor was it in the outcome of the game, you know, the fact that Navi has been playing together for such a long time and they just are smooth on the minimap?
Yeah, well, obviously we played together for what, 1 week. They played together for what, 1 year, 1.5 years.
Yeah.
So can't expect to just go in and be just as good as they are. That's obviously. But well, I can't say much about it. We will try to bounce back quickly, since a lot of good tournaments coming up, and we got another game soonish, 5 minutes I think, and then we're gonna keep practicing. That's our job for now.
All right. Well, that is questions in regards to the game. Is there anything else you do want to say about the game itself? Anything that comes to mind when you think about this game you just played?
Not really. I'm sad that the game wasn't a real Dota game, because, I mean, we couldn't do anything we wanted to, and kind of disappointing performance just because of draft. So I feel sad and mad at myself. So I'm sorry about that, but can't say much besides that.
Understood. But as you said, man, you guys have been playing for a really short amount of time. Navi has been playing together for the longest time and practicing professionally and stuff. And I must say, personally, man, I'm really happy to see you again in the competitive scene like that with your own team. It's all German. That's awesome as well. So best of luck in the future. Thanks for the interview, and I hope to see you again in the future.
Thanks.
Alright guys, that was KuroKy, and he's now heading off into another game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to ask him any more questions, mainly because he said he's going to have another game, so I wanted to keep it on topic, which was the game he just played. The Necrolite games, I mean, I wish I could have just had him on for a little while longer, but that's how it goes. He does have an AMA open. He might pop into that once in a while to check a few more questions, so perhaps post them there. But until then, that is it for the interview and the questions. And yeah, I will stop that recording right now and upload it for people that are interested to watch that in the future.